I want to continue making music. It's the second video of Music Month, marking roughly the halfway point. You may be noticing something different about my background, and yep, this is my version 1 of my music stage, which will be making an appearance on my next music stream, hopefully. It was the hardest thing to create in the last 2 weeks. I had to learn a whole lot of new skills and a whole lot of new stuff. Like, I had to learn how to import and set up brush tips in Critter, which is my drawing software. I had to learn how to implement the different way of exporting video during streams for VTuber Studio. It's because shadows and lighting affected the old set background color key it out method. So essentially what I used to do, I had a background color which is blue, and then because I'm green, I can't do green and key out it like a green screen, and then I'd key out the blue and that would leave, me. The problem with that though is if you have any sort of transparent stuff around the edges, like this shadow that you can see that I've added on, that meant that the shadow would have a bit of a blue tinge to it because it's transparent on a blue background. So I had to figure out a new way of exporting video, which means you actually have to export VTube Studio as a game stream, which allows transparency, and that's how we are here now. I also had to figure out how to import custom objects in VTuber Studio, which is this shadow, and this took way too many tries. And I had to experiment with the lighting on VTuber Studio, because you might notice I'm a little bit more shiny. And I did that because that would allow me to look like I'm actually under stage lights. So yeah, I'm a shiny green stage lit blob. I also had to learn some other stuff with VTuber Studio. I had to learn how to lock my Z-axis. A big problem that I have during my music streams is that if I escape from the camera's view, or if I lean forward, lean back, my blob actually changes sizes because it's zooming in and zooming out. Now I can move back and forth as much as I want. No zoom in, zoom out. I'll just move left, right, up and down, which is perfect. And yeah, this is the end result. There's still a lot more stuff to do. I have to make and import a keyboard graphic so I can turn that off and on, and I mean a piano keyboard graphic. I might have it hovering in front of me so it looks like I'm playing a keyboard. I have to set and do other hotkeys so I can easily turn off this lighting effect that I've set up. I need to see if there's a way to keep the new video settings while also being able to hide the interface, because what you might notice now, if I click, the interface shows up on screen, which is what I don't want because there's all manner of settings which I can adjust normally in the background with my old method when I was exporting it as a camera. I also just noticed you can see my mouse. We're learning something new today. But yes, I want to have the benefits of having a transparent background, which allows me to have shadows, but I don't want any of the drawbacks, like being able to see me actually doing the menu. Yeah. As for the background drawing itself, the lighting's a little scuffed, so I could fix that up a bit. And I need to find a nice way to implement an area for chat and an area for my practice list and any other text in the background. Because as of right now, I'm scrolled on. As of right now, you can see with the "we doing" or the practice list, it's kind of just hovering there, and it doesn't make much sense. So I need somewhere pretty to put it. All right. That's enough non-music Music Month things. What about Music Month itself? First, I'll admit I'm behind where I want to be. I was sick a couple of days, I've been busy with work, it's been my birthday month, so there's been some birthday shenanigans, and part of my birthday month, my honey, she organized with a bunch of friends, and they all pulled together and they got me a PS5, and I really want to play it, and I've actually barely played it. The most productive day that could have been, which was the King's birthday public holiday, I decided foolishly to try and do a baseline run of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I ended up failing and not completing the run, and that took 7.5 hours. So that was a whole day of not doing music stuff. So with those disclaimers out of the way, what did happen? Well, the background tracks, which should be playing in the background, I'm just recording the audio right now, but they will be playing in the background. Those 2 of them are complete. Though I think Sounds of Your Body needs something. something added, potentially guitar, but I can't play guitar, and when I try and fake a guitar on the keyboard, it just doesn't sound that good. I also experimented with a third background track, which is like a lo-fi Dearly Beloved version, and it might get a bit of play depending on how long this video is. It's only in the experimental state at the moment though, so it's lots of mistakes, but it was just so I could solidify the idea with a recording so I could refer to it later. The anime opening song, I'm definitely behind, though I did start writing it out. This involved getting a new version of MuseScore, because the previous version I had was only version 2 and the current version is version 4, so I was really behind. And it makes sense, because I installed MuseScore several years ago. I've never been a fan of digital violin sounds though, and spoiler alert, my anime opening will have violins in it, hopefully. And I haven't gotten started on the lyrics, but I promise I will. As for the Isle song, I may have kind of gotten distracted by the Dearly Beloved lo-fi track, but I have been doing some additional research. I've been listening to various arrangements of Dearly Beloved for more inspiration, and I've been experimenting and trying stuff out off camera to refine and solidify the ideas that I've been having for the final arrangement. I will definitely start writing it very soon, if not recording a full rough version of it. Weekly practice has also been going pretty well, though I need to do a little bit more off camera. That being said, my current revival pieces, they're in a pretty good state. My last Friday music stream, I actually did some really solid practice and got a few lesser or weaker sections of those pieces over the line, which means that I'm pretty keen and confident to add 1 or 2 more pieces that I want to revive to the practice list. Overall thoughts, I got a bit distracted. So even when doing my music goals, just doing things in the opposite ranking of importance, like the Isle song for my wedding, that's supposed to be number 1 importance, but that's the thing I've worked on the least. Anime opening, second most importance, second least. The music background, probably the least important, the thing that took the most time. So, it's hard when you're working in music or you're working in something creative. If you have a goal that you need to achieve, if your creative juices are flowing in a certain direction, which for me were the background tracks, the lo-fi, Dearly Beloved thing, if your creative juices are taking you that way, it's hard to redirect that flow and redirect that stream to what you should be doing your creative juices on, which, I get it. I just have to have more restraint and self-control. There is still half a month to go though, and I'm still pretty confident in my ability to deliver on the goals that I set at the beginning of the month. Though, that being said, Final Fantasy XVI does come out in less than a week, and I did pre-order it. So maybe something might happen. But I'm gonna try. I'll get my practice in. I'm gonna record the stuff. I'm gonna spend some time today. I'm recording this on Sunday, the same day that it's coming out, and I'm hoping I'll get more stuff done and get a lot of stuff out of the way early week before it gets released, so I don't get too distracted and then fail to deliver everything. So, yes. Either way, I'm gonna keep this video super short so I can spend more time doing the actual music stuff. So, thank you for watching. I haven't got a question this time around, but leave a comment anyway. I always enjoy reading them and responding. After all, it's not I attempt new things, it's we attempt new things. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fruitful day.